When we have a patient understand why the scan, and the scan is done on the hand, on the derma of the hand, and it's non-invasive, obviously. It only takes 15 seconds. They can do it as part of the initial examination and reevaluations. They have no interruption in the flow of patient care. They have no interruption of the flow in a med spa because it's done so scientifically and so succinctly within a very short duration of time. Then that person, because of their age and their score, and we train this med spa or we train the physician on what supplementation will be used for that patient's age and their scanner score. That is ordered before they leave the office or the facility that day. It's drop shipped from our company directly to the patient or client's home for a $2.99 shipping charge, which is unheard of today, by the way. You know how expensive shipping is. They start on the product. They are rescheduled out about 55 to 60 days. They're rescanned. And once they get rescanned, if it does not improve, they get their money back. I can absolutely say I've scanned almost 600 people since I started doing this. I've never had to give a person their money back. The reason why is because we know that it's going to absorb. That's why it's a guarantee. Everyone I've scanned has improved. So it's a fantastic way to, number one, have the person on something that is guaranteed and they can see their score improve. Secondarily, they will feel a difference over a period of time. Everybody's different. I can't tell you how long it's going to take that person. I can tell you from personal experience, my original scanner score was as if I smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, or I was a diabetic, or I was obese, or I drank alcohol. I do none of those things. And yet my scanner score was terrible. I started on one of our products, and within the first month, I almost doubled my score. At the end of the 5th month, I was in the high 50,000s, which is where we want to see a person, spending half as much money. I was spending a great deal of money on supplements that I thought were considered the best. That's why the scanner score is so important. So that way, every time they put a patient or a client on product, they get a bit of a commission from it. And that's how it can create that extra revenue stream in the practice. And you're helping people. That's the number one reason I'm doing this. I don't have to do this. I've been retired and I'm having so much fun because I'm helping people like I was never able to help them before. This is so simple. It's called leveraged income. And leverage means that you're going to have income when you don't have to be there or have to do something to have that income. Every time a client or a patient is placed on a product, and as long as they stay on product, you get continuation of revenue. Let's say you place 100 patients or clients on product. The average return on that investment will be between $35,000 and $50,000 cash in a year. It's an amazing way to create that secondary revenue stream in a wellness profit center in your facility or your practice. The idea behind this is have a revenue stream, have something that's guaranteed. Thirdly, the investment is so reasonable, it costs you more to buy a copy machine than it would to invest in this device. And that includes free scans. Now, what do I mean by that? Every time a scan is made, we pay the National Institutes of Health and the University of Utah Bio-Optical Medical Department about $2 for continued research. That was part of our investment when we bought the global patent rights from the NIH more than 20 years ago. So that's an ongoing thing, and that's a great thing. So if you charge a patient or a client $30 for a scan, in my area where I live in Phoenix, that would be the going rate. It's between $20 and $50, depending on what you choose to charge. Doesn't matter. Let's say you scan 3 people a day at $30 a scan, 5 days a week. All of a sudden, you have a $450 revenue stream per week, and you can multiply that times 50, and all of a sudden there's $23,000 extra for a minimal investment, and you haven't even placed people on product. So once you scan 2 or 3 patients a day or clients a day, and you have the 100 people on product, that can create that $75,000 cash revenue stream very easily. For less than $4,000 investment, you find something and you tell me what it is for that minimal investment that I can get that kind of return on, I'll do it. It's a no-brainer. It's something that people need to orient in their mind because 85% of the population is taking a supplement. Why not have that supplement guaranteed to absorb? They can't do that any other place. People are seeing an advertisement on TV. They're getting a supplement that says, that looks good, and they're playing chemical lab on their own body. And that's a serious problem because we know of supplement companies out there that have been shut down. And why? They had lead contaminants in their supplements. How many supplements out there are fake? How many are coming from areas of the world that never test anything? And people are buying it because it's cheap or the label looks good? That's a terrible way to run the health and wellness of your own body. I want to make sure what I'm taking is pure and guaranteed to work. And that's why I jumped in with both feet and I said, I'm going to do this until the day I die. And the reason why, I want people to understand what true health is. This is a willable asset. If something happens to me, it goes directly to my wife. If someone owns a med spa, it can go directly to their relatives or their family. It doesn't matter. If a practitioner sells their practice, they can take this with them if they choose, or sell it within the practice sales volume. There's all different ways it can be done, but the most important thing is that it's ongoing, and it's like having little oil wells out there producing all the time. When I was in practice, seeing 100 patients a day, I had to be there. Oh, I wish I would have had the availability of this device when I was in practice. It would have made life so much easier. And then I could practice the way I wanted to and not having insurance companies dictate care, because that's what's happening now when it comes to the healthcare system.